Welcome. We are going to continue our conversation about solving two-step equations and inequalities, focusing on the inequalities. So just to recap, we solve equations and inequalities with the same process. They just have different symbols, really. Okay. Anyway. But inequalities have a special rule, okay? So should be the only blank spot. This is the spot we're filling in. So when you multiply or divide, let me try writing this again. So for an inequality, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you need to flip the direction of the symbol. My goodness, the iPad is just not having a happy time right now, y'all. Last time divide, we'll move on. Oh my goodness. Sorry for all the clicks. I'm sure it's really annoying. You have to flip the direction of the symbol. And I'm not going to explain necessarily why in this video. If you would like to see why, just come find me and I will show you. All right, so jumping down to our inequality. The steps are still the same. Okay, our goal is to get a positive 1 of the variable. In this case, it's r, so I want a positive 1r. We undo the constant by doing the inverse operation. We undo the coefficient by doing the inverse operation. And then if I multiply or divide by a negative, I flip the direction of the symbol. So I'm going to draw a line through my symbol. Okay, we don't just draw a line separating them, but through my symbol that separates the side with the variable and the side without. Okay. Then I'm going to circle my constant, this minus 10. The inverse of subtracting 10 is adding 10, so I'm going to add 10 to this side. What I do on the side of the variable, I have to do on the other side. Then I'm going to draw a line underneath just to keep it organized. Okay. And then we always combine like terms with what we can. This r over negative 2, that can't combine with these two because they're not like terms, right? This has a variable, these two guys don't. They're not like terms. So negative 10 plus 10 is 0, so these guys cancel each other out. And I still have this r over negative 2. So I'm just going to bring that straight down. I'm going to bring my symbol straight down. And then negative 12 plus 10 is negative 2. So that got rid of the constant. Now again, working on the side with the variable, I have r divided by negative 2. So that's my coefficient. The opposite of dividing by negative 2 is multiplying by negative 2. Okay, we have to include that minus with the 2. I'm going to just continue my line. So multiplying by negative 2 and dividing by negative 2 are opposites. They cancel each other out, and we're left with r. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. But here's the deal. We multiplied by a negative. So I need to flip the direction of my symbol. So it was opening towards the number. Now it's opening towards the variable. And I achieved my goal of getting a positive 1r on one side by itself, so I'm done. All right, this one, v divided by 9 minus 3 is greater than or equal to -4. I'm going to draw a line underneath my symbol to separate the side with the variable and the side without. My goal is to find a +1v. We start by undoing the constant. So I'm going to circle my constant. It's a -3. The opposite of -3 is +3. What I do on the side of the variable, I have to do on the other side. -3 and +3 cancel each other out. I still have this v over 9. So I'm going to bring it down. -4 plus 3 is -1. I have not multiplied or divided by a negative, so I can bring my symbol straight down. So my new inequality is v over 9 is greater than or equal to -1. I got rid of the constant attached to my variable. Now I have to undo the coefficient. Okay. V is being divided by 9. The opposite of dividing by 9 is multiplying by 9. Multiplying and dividing cancel each other out. I'm left with a v, a +1v. -1 times 9 is -9. And even though my answer is negative, the number doing the multiplying was positive, so my symbol can stay the same direction. Greater than or equal to -9. I got a +1v on the left all by itself, so I'm done. Couple more. Let's change this one to, I'm going to rewrite this one. 20 minus 5f is less than 25. I'll draw a line under my symbol to keep it organized. Our goal is to figure out what +1f is. I have to get rid of the constant. So looking at the side with the variable, the number by itself without a letter is 20. We always want to turn the constant into 0. So to turn 20 into 0, I can subtract 20. What I do on the side of the variable, I have to do on the other side. Draw a line underneath to stay organized. 20 minus 20 is 0. Those cancel each other out. Okay, this minus belongs to the 5. So it can become a -5f is less than 25 minus 20 is 5. So we got rid of the constant. We changed it to 0. Now I need to make the coefficient a +1. Right, my coefficient is -5, which means -5 times f. The opposite of that is dividing by -5. What I do on the side of the variable, I have to do on the other side. -5f divided by -5 is +1f. 5 divided by -5 is -1. And then again, that special rule comes into play. We divided by a negative, so I need to switch the direction of the symbol to open up the other way. Okay, my coefficient is now a +1, so I'm done. Okay, last one. And then I also want to change this to -3.7 is less than 2.2 plus 2x. So we're going to cross that out. Okay, I draw a line under my symbol to keep it organized. Our goal is a +1x. You start by undoing the constant, which is 2.2. To make 2.20, I'm going to subtract 2.2. What I do on the side of the variable, I must do on the other side. 2.2 minus 2.2 is 0. Those cancel each other out. We're still left with 2x, so I'm going to bring that straight down. Bring my symbol down. Negative 3.7 minus 2.2 is negative 5.9. Then I need to undo the coefficient, which is 2. 2x means 2 times x. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. You have to divide by the entire coefficient, so we're going to divide by 2. What I do on the side of the variable, I have to do on the other side. 2x divided by 2 is a positive 1x. Negative 5.9 divided by 2 is negative 2.95. Even though my answer is negative, the number doing the dividing was positive, so my symbol can stay the same. So same steps as solving an equation, just if you multiply or divide by a negative, so if the number doing the multiplying, the number doing the dividing is negative, then you flip the direction the symbol faces.